Okay, so back to originals. So originals are going to be your go-to, your main go-to. We also have the ultimates. Ultimates are one of Hothead's patented designs. These ones are incredible because, if I can show you one, the hair is sewn in directly to the tape, so you do not see that tape seam. Whereas if you look at an original, here's a color melt, but you can see how the tape has a little bit of a sheen to it. The ultimates do not. You'll just see hair mirroring your exact root. So what's great about these is that, so if you put them in, you'll want to focus them on, say, close to the part. So for example, my client that I was talking about in the beginning with her fine hair, that top row of extensions, I used all ultimates for her. So it would minimize anyone seeing the extension tabs. With the ultimates, you never want to pair them with anything other than an original. It's not necessary. Because you sandwich together the extensions, no one's gonna see the underside. And ultimates only come with 12 in a pack. So therefore, being a smaller pack, there's not a need to put them in through the whole head. Just double them up with some of your ultimates. We also have our micros. Micros are phenomenal because you can see how small they are. This one has 20 pieces on them, so there's quite a bit. So they are just these little squares. They're 0.4 of an inch. These are, again, also phenomenal for around the hairline. I'm going to keep referencing this client of mine because her hair is so fine, so I had to definitely learn a lot of tricks to hide her extensions, so therefore she felt comfortable and confident and they weren't showing. The micros are phenomenal to put right around the hairline. I've actually put them in a couple clients to thicken up bangs or maybe correct a spot where there's a heavy part in the bang. You could kind of add some hair in there with these micros. The trick about these is our other ones, we suggest lifting every 8 to 10 weeks. I definitely bump it up for finer hair clients. So again, my story of my client, we do hers about 7 weeks. The micros though, you need to lift every 4. Because so many, because so many come in a pack, I actually don't retape these and reuse them. I just get a new set. It's just easier, fresh hair. They're typically in places where they, get a lot of wear and tear, get a lot of heat. So I just reuse a new piece. You can retape them though. We'll get into the taping a little bit further down the road in our presentation today. Next, I want to talk about the Fantasy and Pastel. The Fantasy and Pastel, let me back up real quick. I did not mention that all of our hair, all of our extensions are made with 100% Remy hair. Does everyone know what Remy hair is? Remy is actually cuticle intact hair that is all running the same length, or excuse me, the same direction. So actually, if you did, this is our money trick to kind of check and see, make sure. So with Remy hair, if you kind of twist your fingers like you're holding a wad of money, they will not catch and walk up each other. They'll still stay soft because all the cuticle is going the same direction. So if it was not 100% Remy hair, it would actually hike up each other and kind of make a bald mess. So all of our extensions are Remy hair with the exclusion of the Fantasy and the Pastel. Now the Fantasy and the Pastel are a 50-50 blend. We do this blend on these so we can get that vibrancy and really lock in that color. because the Remy hair is human hair, as we all know, those fantasy colors do fade very quickly. So if we put those on real human hair in our extensions, their first couple washes, they're going to fade dramatically and you will not have a happy client. So to continue keeping that pop of color and that vibrancy, we mixed it with 50% synthetic hair. With this, you have to express the importance to your client that they cannot use anything above 250-degree heat. All of our other extensions can go up to 350 to not damage. The pastel and the fantasy, 250 or less, because of the synthetic fibers. We do not want them melting. There's also different packs that the rainbow packs that you can buy in these if you want to get a variety, or if you have a client that wants kind of that unicorn color. So you really can play with these and add fun pops. I actually use a lot of the pinks for Breast Cancer Month. Living in Seattle, I do a lot of the green and the blue for Seahawks. So you really can play with them, and they can be something that you can just pop in 1 or 2 pieces. So when your clients curl their hair, they've got that ribboning of fun pops of color. And it's a great way to change it up for them and or for children. Actually, a lot of parents, a lot of kids want these cool fantasy pops, and parents do not want to be bleaching their kids' hair. Understandably so. Easy solution, which is a win-win for both parent and child, is to pop in, you know, a couple pieces of these extensions, and they're not damaging on the kids. It's a really easy fix. With that, hotheads are going to move on a little bit more. We have a few more products that we are going to go through, and then we're going to talk about our wet line. But we also carry mini packs. Mini packs are awesome way. For example, I do a lot of balayage. So I've got a lot of clients that want that really subtle, natural, like front highlighted, sun-kissed look. So with that, I can actually buy a mini pack with lighter tones to really brighten up that front piece, and not have to put them all throughout the back where they don't have them. And I'm not committed to a full pack of hair. I can just do a mini pack to be selective on where I put them. They come in 12 pieces, so 6 sandwiches. We've also come up with sample packs. Sample packs, you guys, are incredible. I have so many clients that are on that brink of wanting to make the plunge, but they're just on the other side of the line, and their curiosity is right there. So what I do is I've invested in a couple of my basic colors in the sample packs, which is 1 sandwich. So when I have that client, I pull out a sample pack and I pop that in their hair, and I say, wear this, play with this, feel this, and you'll get a good example of how these feel. It is awesome every time they bite. I mean, because they get a chance to feel how lightweight they are, how easy it is to have them in your hair, how they feel. It's just a great selling point, and it's a nice way for clients to get a kind of a sample before they make this big purchase. We also have an extension. So those are our tape and extension line. Now I'm gonna go into our more our clip-in accessories and our other fun hair pieces that we can do. We have the band. A lot of people want a full head of extensions, but they don't want that maintenance, and or maybe they don't have the finances to afford it. A great way to help them still achieve this full, beautiful hair look is our band. The band is on. It's a very similar to like a fishing line string. It sits about 1 inch to 1.5 inches back from the hairline. You're going to part the hair like a circle, roughly like so. Pin that up. You're going to place the band, like I said, that 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the hairline, and you're going to have it sit right back on this lower back part of your hair. Once it's in place, you're going to let your hair down, and it will just become part of your hair. It's something that you put in daily. You do not want to sleep in it, but it is so simple and easy to pop in your hair and get this full voluminous hair, whether you need volume or length, or we even have it in our fun